The series of stories of superhit films shown on Khabarta Tak, the new link of story of the film that I have brought before you today is the story of film Dulhan Hum Le Jayenge, that is, I Will Bring the Bride. This film was brought on silver screen in 2000, and this was one of the most grossing film of that year. This was a funny comedy film, the director of which was David Dhawan. Salmaan Khan and Karishma Kapoor played the lead role in this film, whereas Kader Khan, Dara Singh, Farida Jalal, etc. played character role in this film. This film included many a beautiful dance scene and melodious song. The music director of this film was Himesh Reshamia, and the voiceover in the song of this film were given by Sonu Nigam, Alka Yagnik, Kumar Sanu, Suresh Wadikar, and others. The first few lines of some of prominent song of this film I am humming for your amusement. प्यार दिलों का मेला है, फिर क्यों कोई अकेला है, जाने क्या हुआ है, क्यों है जिया बेकरार, धड़के दिल बार बार, धड़के दिल बार बार। रात को आऊँगा मैं, तुम्हें ले जाऊँगा मैं, फिल्म दिखाऊँगा मैं, सैर कराऊँगा मैं, चोरी से आना, चुपके से जाना, अच्छी नहीं दिल लगी, मुझसे शादी करोगी, मुझसे शादी करोगी, कसम से कसम से, कसम से कसम से, शादी का जोड़ा हम लाएंगे, दुल्हन हम ले जाएंगे, दुल्हन हम ले जाएंगे। ले गई ले गई ले गई ले गई दिल ले गई, देखो मेरी छमिया मेरा दिल ले गई, ले गई ले गई ले गई ले गई दिल ले गई, देखो मेरा छमिया मेरा दिल ले गई। तेरा पल्लू सरका जाए रे तो फिर हो जाए, तेरा पल्लू सरका जाए रे तो फिर हो जाए, ओ साजन ओ साजन, अभी हुई हूँ राजी पहले शादी हो जाए, अभी हुई हूँ राजी पहले शादी हो जाए। Now listen to the entire story of film Dulhan Hum Le Jayenge, that is, I Will Bring the Bride. The story of the film Dulhan Hum Le Jayenge, that is, I Will Bring the Bride, begins with the scene of Sapna, played by Karishma Kapoor, being raised by her three maternal uncles, Prabhunath, played by Paresh Rawal, Bholanath, played by Om Puri, and Vikinath, played by Anupam Kher. Prabhunath is a religious person and often engages Sapna in religious discussions and rituals. Bholanath, a wrestler, often makes Sapna do exercise whenever he can so that she can become strong and be able to defeat anyone. Vikinath is a modern-minded person and wants to raise Sapna to be a modern girl. While all the three of Sapna's maternal uncles do this, Sapna is fed up with their treatment of love to her. She wants to live her life as she pleases, but her maternal uncles refuses to let her do so. Sapna shares this idea with Mary, a maid working in her house, played by Himani Shivpuri. Mary suggests she lives her own life, hiding it from her three maternal uncles. Then her three maternal uncles overhear this conversation between Sapna and Mary. They expel Mary from their house. After Mary is fired from her job by Sapna's maternal uncle, Mary begins working for Mr. Oberoi and Mrs. Oberoi, played by Kader Khan and Farida Jalal, respectively. One day, Mary shows Mr. and Mrs. Oberoi a picture of Sapna and suggests them marry their son Raja Oberoi, played by Salmaan Khan, with Sapna. Mr. and Mrs. Oberoi like Sapna. Raja Oberoi arrives there right now. Sapna's picture captivates him and he decides to make Sapna his bride. Mr. Oberoi goes to Sapna's house with a proposal for his son Raja Oberoi. When Mr. Oberoi talks to Sapna's maternal uncle about taking Sapna as his daughter-in-law, Sapna's three maternal uncles become enraged and show him the door, demanding he leaves. If he doesn't, Sapna's wrestler uncle Bhola threatens to kill him with his mace. Mr. Oberoi then starts to leave. During this time, he meets Sapna. Sapna greets him and tries to take him home, but her uncle again threatens Mr. Oberoi and drives him away. Mr. Oberoi returns home insulted by Sapna's three maternal uncle. Raja questions him about the marriage being finalized. He says that his three maternal uncles insulted him and threw him out of their house without even listening to him. Raja then talks about going to fight with his three maternal uncles. Mr. Oberoi tells her not to do so, as he has already taken a liking to Sapna. He will teach her three maternal uncles a lesson by making her his daughter-in-law. He then urges Raja to marry Sapna at all cost. Due to Sapna's upbringing, each with its own unique style, Sapna is leaving the house one night, packing her belongings in a briefcase. When her younger uncle Vicky Nath sees her getting off the stairs and heading somewhere, he questions Sapna about her secretive journey at night. Sapna replies that she wants to live her life on her own for a few days, so she is leaving home. Hearing this, Vikinath advises her to travel abroad and speaks with a travel agency to send her on a trip. Upon returning home, he confronts his brothers Prabhunath and Bholanath about Sapna's running away. Fed up with their behavior, Prabhunath and Bholanath say that they love Sapna more than their lives and therefore wanted to raise her in their own way so that she would not face any problems in her life. But instead, she has sulked and left. After this, Sapna's three uncles file a complaint with the police about Sapna's upset departure. When Sapna goes to board on airplane to fly abroad, she finds Raja already sitting in her seat. She shows him her ticket and asks him to vacate the seat. But Raja places his ticket in front of her, claiming he has the same seat number on the ticket. Sapna starts making a fuss about this, but Raja allows her to sit in the other half of the seat. During this time, Sapna repeatedly rests her head on Raja's shoulder. When she awakes, she apologizes. Raja looks at her with a smile. The group trip begins in Switzerland, where Sapna is arguing with Raja about his consistent pursuit of her while leaving the airport. A smuggler then hides a diamond in her purse, threatening to steal it if she is caught, and if not, he will take it from her upon arrival. Sapna is unaware of the diamond hidden in her purse. However, under the influence of the travel agency, no one in the group has their purses checked, so Sapna faces no problems at the airport and exists with the group where a tourist vehicle is already parked. The trip manager, urging everyone to hurry, boards the tour bus and the vehicle departs. When the diamond smuggler sees Sapna boarding the vehicle, he chases after her, but the vehicle has already sped away. Sapna and Raja are sitting next to each other on the tour bus. They are bickering when Sapna spots a McDonald's, suggests going for ice cream. However, the tour manager, insisting their journey, keeps the vehicles moving. When the vehicle stops at a petrol pump, Sapna goes to buy ice cream at the McDonald's, telling the tour manager to wait until she returns. When Sapna returns from there carrying two ice creams, she finds the tour bus gone and only Raja is standing there. She questions Raja about the car, to which Raja replies that the bus is gone and she will have to wait for it to return the next day. Sapna tells Raja that she will eat the ice cream first and then get a lift to her tour bus. Sapna then indulges herself in the ice cream without giving Raja the ice cream. Just then, a pickpocket runs off with her purse, which Raja sees and pounds on. He then runs off with Sapna's purse and leaves her bag behind, which Raja retrieves and gives to Sapna. Sapna thanks Raja for returning her bag but refuses to ride with him. She then asks a car driver for a lift. Under the pretense of offering her a lift, the driver begins to misbehave with her. Sapna then shouts, Raja, Raja. Hearing this, Raja rushes over and beats up the car drivers, rescuing Sapna from her clutches. Sapna then claims she is hungry and goes to a hotel to eat. Raja follows her in an attempt to appear modern. Sapna drinks alcohol and starts dancing with the ruffians present there. These ruffians then forcefully try to rape her. She then shouts Raja, Raja once again, and Raja beats them up and takes Sapna out. Out of the hotel, Raja walks down the streets with Sapna, advising her not to pretend to be modern and to exercise the virtues of Indian culture. Suddenly, a car pulls up next to them. The diamond smuggler, exits the car with his girlfriend. His girlfriend punches Raja hard, causing him to fall down. The smuggler then forces Sapna into his car and brings her and his girlfriend to his hideout. He then claims she has diamonds worth several crores in her purse and demands them. When Sapna claims her purse was stolen, the smuggler and his girlfriend resort to third-degree torture to Sapna. When Raja regains consciousness and does not see Sapna, smuggler, he runs frantically around, calling out Sapna, Sapna. Just then he spots the tour manager arriving in a car. The tour manager tells him that he saw Sapna being forcibly taken away by someone in a car. Raja and the tour manager then arrives at the smuggler's hideout. When Raja and the tour manager arrives at the smuggler's hideout, enraged by the disappearance, the smuggler and his girlfriend are brutally beating Sapna. Raja confronts the smuggler, who then pulls out a pistol, subdues them, and threatens to take them hostage at another hideout. Meanwhile, the tour manager pushes the smuggler away, snatching his pistol. Raja then beats the smuggler severely and takes Sapna away with him. Sapna repeatedly thanks Raja for saving her from so many troubles. She also confesses her love for Raja and her desire to marry him. The tour then ends. Returning home, Sapna returns to her home and Raja to his three maternal uncles of Sapna are distraught over Sapna's sudden departure, blaming each other and fighting. Just then, Sapna enters the house, bringing joy to their faces. They question Sapna about her whereabouts. Sapna then tells them she has gone abroad for a few days. Sapna lives here as she pleases, but after that, her uncle, as before, begins to impose their own ideologies on her. One day, Raja arrives at Sapna's house with a marriage proposal. Sapna introduces him to her three maternal uncles, each of whom questions Raja about his own behavior. But when Raja says that none of them are of good character, his uncle insults him and drives him away from there. He also warns him that if he ever tries to meet Sapna again, the head and legs will be broken. Undeterred, Raja and Sapna continue to meet secretly. One day, Raja arrives at Sapna's house with a car, and Sapna sneaks out of her house and gets into the car and goes for a drive with Raja. When her uncle sees Sapna living with Raja, Bholanath, armed with a stick, beat Raja and sets out to bring Sapna back home. On the way, he spots another car similar to Raja's and hears a man inside allegedly molesting a girl. He breaks the car's window. The owner of the car files a complaint at the police station, leading to Bholanath's arrest. Vikinath then bails him out. After this, Raja and Sapna begins to consider how to woo their uncle. He first tries to woo his younger uncle Vikinath, who is a modern-minded man. Meanwhile, Raja witnesses one of his friends posing as a religious man seducing Sapna's elder uncle Prabhunath. Prabhunath proposes marriage to him for his niece Sapna and asks him to come see Sapna the next day. The next day, when he brings Sapna to show her, he overhears Raja and his friend standing a short distance away, telling that he pretended to be religious only to seduce Sapna's uncle and marry her. Hearing this, Sapna's uncle Prabhunath becomes enraged and chases him away. Raja, posing as a religious saint, is giving a sermon in a temple when Sapna's uncle Prabhunath arrives and, impressed by Raja's appearance, proposes to him to marry Sapna. Raja agrees to this proposal only after seeing Sapna. Sapna and Raja are now faced with the problems of wooing their middle uncle Bholanath, who is a wrestler. To this end, Raja introduces one of his friends who was Sapna and Raja's trip manager for their foreign tour as a wrestler and persuades him to fight Prabhunath. Prabhunath brutally beats Raja's friend in the arena. Raja then decides to take on Sapna's uncle, a wrestler. Initially, Sapna is terrified when Sapna's maternal uncle Prabhunath beats Raja in the arena. Raja then rages and confronts Prabhunath, defeating him soundly. After this, Prabhunath proposes to Raja to marry Sapna, but Raja insists he will only decide after beating Sapna. Later, when Raja arrives at Sapna's house, all three of Sapna's uncle approves of him as her husband. When Raja's parents arrive, Sapna's uncle recognizes Mr. Oberoi and refuses to marry Sapna, claiming they overcheated the plot to get Raja to marry her. Sapna then tells Raja that they should elope and get married. Raja then tells Sapna that they cannot get married until all the three of her uncle agrees to her marriage. Meanwhile, one day while Raja and Sapna are walking, they spot the foreign smuggler approaching them with his girlfriend. Sapna becomes frightened. Raja then tells her that these two are not smugglers but his cousin and his girlfriend, who were staging this drama to bring them closer and give them a chance to fall in love. One day, Sapna's grandfather comes to Sapna's house and scolds her maternal uncle, saying that he had left Sapna live with them so that they could raise her properly and marry her off, but instead they have ruined her life by imposing their own ideology on her. Upon hearing Sapna's grandfather's proposal to take Sapna away and marry her off on his own way, her maternal uncle regrets not raising her properly and marrying her off. Then the three of them agree that Sapna should be married to Raja. When they go to Raja's parents to ask them about marrying him to Sapna, they witness Raja's wedding rituals being performed. Despite this, they request Raja's father, Mr. Oberoi, to marry Raja to Sapna. Raja's father refuses, saying that Raja is already married to another woman and they cannot make any changes. Sapna's maternal uncle then goes to Raja's mother, Mrs. Oberoi, and asks her to convince her husband, Mr. Oberoi, to let Raja marry Sapna. However, she refuses. Sapna's maternal uncle then goes to Raja and urges him to abandon the marriage and marry Sapna. However, Raja too refuses to listen to them and insists on marrying the woman he has already been engaged to. Defeated, Sapna's three maternal uncles sit down. Just then they see a bride approaching, carrying a garland in her hand. Upon seeing her, they are astonished as the bride turns out to be none other than Sapna. Together, they make Sapna and Raja's wedding a success. The story of the film Dulhan Hum Le Jayenge, that is, I will bring the bride, ends with the scene of Raja and Sapna's wedding.